The Duomo di Milano, one of the most iconic landmarks of Italy and the largest Gothic cathedral in the country, has a long and complex history that spans over 6 centuries. This masterpiece of architecture, located in the heart of Milan, reflects the artistic, political, and religious transformations that shaped the city. The construction of the Duomo began in 1386, during the rule of Gian Galeazzo Visconti, the Lord of Milan. The decision to build the cathedral was driven by the desire to showcase the power and prestige of Milan, as well as to replace the previous churches that stood on the site, namely the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore and the Basilica of Santa Tecla. The design of the cathedral was heavily influenced by Gothic architecture, an unusual choice for Italy, where Romanesque and Renaissance styles were more common. This was due to the involvement of French and German architects who introduced the verticality and elaborate ornamentation typical of Northern European Gothic. The cathedral's distinctive white Candoglia marble was sourced from quarries in the Lake Maggiore region and transported to Milan via the Navigli canals. Under Visconti's rule, the construction progressed rapidly, and by the early 15th century, significant portions of the structure, including the apse and the choir, were completed. The cathedral was consecrated in 1418, but the facade and many architectural elements remained unfinished. In the 16th century, construction slowed down due to political turmoil and financial constraints. However, under Charles Borromeo, the Archbishop of Milan, new efforts were made to complete the interior. During this period, the famous stained-glass windows and elaborate decorations of the presbytery were added. The Baroque period saw further modifications, including the addition of new sculptures and altars. However, debates continued over the cathedral's unfinished facade, which remained a mix of Gothic and Renaissance styles. Various architects proposed different designs, but none were fully realized. The most significant push for the completion of the Duomo came during the Napoleonic era. When Napoleon Bonaparte entered Milan in 1805, he ordered the completion of the facade in time for his coronation as King of Italy. The facade was finally finished in 1813, incorporating both neoclassical and Gothic elements. Further improvements and decorative additions, such as the spires and sculptures, continued throughout the 19th century, culminating in the installation of the Madonnina, the golden statue of the Virgin Mary, on the main spire in 1774. This symbol of Milan, standing at 108.5 meters, 356 feet, remains a defining feature of the cathedral. The 20th century saw extensive restoration work on the Duomo, particularly after World War II, when the cathedral suffered minor damage from bombings. Restoration efforts have continued into the 21st century, ensuring the preservation of its delicate Gothic details. Today, the Duomo remains an active religious site and a major tourist attraction. The rooftop, accessible to visitors, offers panoramic views of Milan and showcases the intricate details of the cathedral's 135 spires and 3,400 statues. The Duomo di Milano is not only an architectural wonder but also a symbol of Milanese identity. Its construction, spanning over 600 years, reflects the evolving artistic trends, political events, and religious devotion of the city. It stands as one of the most impressive Gothic cathedrals in the world, admired for its grandeur, intricate sculptures, and historical significance.